been to Bahamas before? Oklahoma. Chicago.
Baba God, I never see you one-on-one, but I did feel greatness. Hey, God is good.
Alright, cool. Let's get into it still. Hello and welcome to Awon Boyz Podcast, episode 25.
Damn.
Or is that, that's a quarter of a century, innit? Quarter of a century still.
Y'all doing a good thing, man.
You know, we still in this B.
Lovely, man.
We still out here, man. Quarter of a century, episode 25.
I'm ready to get paid, man. So just plant a seed into our lives. We're not going to promise riches. We're not going to promise that it's going to multiply. Just plant a seed.
We accept Monzo, Visa, debit, MasterCard, anything.
Cryptocurrency.
Can't try anything. Just pay me for my services. Just pay me for my services. I need it.
But it's coming, man. It's coming.
I know.
Hello, that's good.
Let me just touch his garment so that I can be. I just want to tap into the anointing.
I'm driving in London in congestion, you know.
In Mayfair.
No. He said, I just saw that.
You think that congestion will stop me living my life? He said, then you're wrong. That's for living. That's how you're going to do it.
£15 though.
Well, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
You know, you program it in your head like, cool, I'm gonna pay this now, and I'm not doing that for the next however many months.
Months.
Weeks.
Listen,
Yes.
you even watch out for your social in the month of November. Okay. You're just not gonna slap it, but don't worry, somebody will betray you.
Must be nice though.
You can lie to us, no problem.
You can't lie to your account. Your account to see the withdrawal.
Monzo will just be gently reminding you.
That's what I'm saying. So where's the next spot, bro? Was it Bahamas?
I'll check the list.
You know,
You know, everyone actually needs a list, you know.
That makes sense.
It makes so much sense.
You're gonna slide the list, man.
I'll share the list.
Don't worry,
You need to create your own list.
don't worry, I'm working on it, but I'm not sure.
Taking anyone to the list?
Yeah, really. That's what you need to create your own list. Okay. So you and your spouse, you got babe.
You be with continue to pray for me.
Yeah, man, you taking anyone on the list?
No, let me. Father, is that you?
No, Papa is getting hot.
Hey.
No, Father is getting hot. I mean,
You need to learn how to mind.
But yeah, episode 25. Well, I didn't even get to finish, but yeah, with your host Junior.
It's your boy Akin.
It's your favorite.
Oh god.
All day, every day.
This guy.
It's me again. It's your bad email. It's your bad email.
Who told you? Whose favorite are you? If you say your favorite, whose?
I can bring out the reviews if you want, brother.
Bring them.
You want me to?
Bring them.
Live up?
Bring them if you want.
And then put them into the camera.
Yeah, bring them, fam.
Show everybody. Back yourself.
Bring them.
And obviously,
bring them.
while E-Man's doing that.
Why are you shaking?
I love this. I love
Wait,
it.
so
Plenty.
wait, does that mean that
Do you want to go on the chats and actually tell you?
Yeah, go to
go to chat then.
You gotta be good.
That's a counter.
You know, GDPR. You know, we have to protect.
Get out of here, man.
This guy tried.
This guy said GDPR, bro. Whose man is this?
That stinks, man. But yeah, thanks guys for letting me finish. But anyway, we've got a special guest today on our 25th episode.
Babala.
the biggest of the biggest.
Oh, what's this around? You get money, take a game. You know how some you get riches, take a game.
I won't say money
You
on
get prosperity, take a game. If you think money is your name, take a game.
I claim it.
The one, the only,
These riches.
I call him my personal Olowo. Hey, Shogs Olowo. I think
Hey.
Fucking Shogs.
Whoa,
Yeah, introduce yourself.
The king of branches. Bunch Stopper.
The minister,
y'all
and the secretary of brunch.
This is the one. This is the one that is appointing those who are minister enjoyment ministers. You and the appointing.
When they decided to give
Champagne pop.
when they decided to bring the 10 p.m. curfew, they had to consult him. They said, we affect your activity. You have to enjoy that.
He said, 10 p.m. will be okay.
He said, by then I'd already wrapped up my brunch activities. I already made my way to
The sun will be going down at that point.
I claim this.
He said, I already finished the Prosecco finish. The bottomless Prosecco, I already cleared out.
I claim it.
You ain't not a claimer, bro. This is your life, man. We just waiting for the vlog.
I claim it, man.
Honestly though, I feel like I'd actually watch if you were like vlogging still. Your life's interesting. I should actually I tune in every Friday night.
No, wait.
What shots are you doing?
Wait.
No, you're saying it like, I'm not doing that. I'm with you.
Oh, no, you people.
I'm doing lockdown, yeah. I'll just be, try this copper bag, something. It was coming with all these different flavors, yeah. Now come and see him active on the weekends. I said,
Man, I'm bringing new thing for the people.
That's what I'm saying. I'm doing it with the people. I heard that.
Yeah, man of the people.
I'm a man of the people.
What you taking us brunch?
Real time, it's overdue, fam.
I didn't know, bro.
2021. I'm good.
Well, we didn't even get to introduce you.
This guy said 2021. We still have time for 2020.
2020 is a big of it.
I think it's kind of. If you haven't had your phone already, just
Be going. But yeah.
You know where I am, sir. You know what I do.
But yeah, as a guest, we've got Shogs.
I appreciate it. It's good to be here.
Shogs.
Good to be here, man.
How's life been treating you, bro?
It's been good, you know. Work, life, my life.
They don't go that.
It's been good, you know. It's been good.
How you been like throughout that this whole lockdown season, Corona, the Rona? How's that affected you?
Yeah. Do you know what? It's not really affected me as much as I thought it would at first. Like, I think I've adapted to it quite well.
I think speak closer to the mic though.
Yeah.
So.
No. I think I've adapted it quite well, and I think for everybody it was a concern, like mentally.
Yeah.
Like, you know, obviously with not being able to go out, you know, we're all young, you all wanna.
Shut up! You know that one affected some people more than others.
That was a big
I just wanted to state names, bro. Oh, sorry.
I was for hell.
I still had in context.
Well, you know, two members of the same fella.
I didn't attack us.
Yeah, I've just been watching.
Yeah, you know, wanna go out, you wanna enjoy yourself. Can't do that too much, but no, man, it's been good.
So we do still find
Yeah, some people did that.
Some people even also say, what's it? Small barbecue, small.
Is it? Is it?
Wow. But honestly, fam, I really feel like Corona was selective of the people that it really affected. Some people were looking at bombs.
Some people say, oh, there's a pandemic outside. A word?
And they were abroad as well at the same time. They were abroad as well at the same. Listen. Man, it's been good, man. That's been alright.
That's good. How's G-Man's week been? Do you guys want to say anything?
You know, just alright. Been good. Catching mileage. That's about it.
My week. I think I'm out of it. Yeah, nah. How was my week? Nothing too special. Sunday was alright. That's about it.
What happened on Sunday?
Tripped out with some of my people that minute.
On Sunday?
Yeah.
What do you mean getting him back?
Sunday? Oh!
Were you there?
No.
I guess we must not be his people then.
Relax. Wait, are you okay?
I guess.
Akin.
Wait. I guess it's Awon Boyz featuring Akin ads.
Wait. First of all, yeah.
So I feel like the replacement Awon Boyz is that Shogs in it.
I've come to shame the devil because Junior was there. Oh, wow. Junior was with me. He's even the one that brought me home to my home. Or should I say Abode?
But yeah, so my week was good, you know.
So what we're gonna do?
Oh, yeah.
And wrap this up real quick.
I don't know why your week was good, but I prefer not to speak.
No, you don't know my week was good. It was expensive.
No. We're gonna wrap this up real quick.
Wait, what?
Y'all leaving me out?
God.
Ask him when you're crossing Queen Elizabeth Bridge too. how many times have you carried us go with you?
No, but I'll bring you back goodies.
What goodies? You did once.
Oh,
Yeah,
How
no,
many times you gone back and forth?
But I haven't been them sides, innit?
Oh.
I don't go places that can bring you guys goodies, innit?
Where do you? Oh, you only go to.
To what?
You want to finish that statement? I don't think so.
To what, man?
To what?
To what?
Socialize.
Ine pandemic.
Why not that's socializing?
You too.
It's kind of hot. It's kind of hot. Father Mel.
So yeah, what's it called? Seeing as it's still Black History Month.
And we're all in black.
Black Power. Black Lives Matter. Seeing as it's still Black History Month, we just wanted to talk to one of the specialists in the employment industry, in the game. Don't worry. The senior in front of his title for a reason. Senior! So,
Seriously, it's me.
yeah.
What's your title?
No.
Can you disclose your
Disclose.
obviously my salary? But your job title.
Yeah, senior consultant.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that sounds nice.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Wait. You see me smile when he said it's lovely.
Yeah, it's lovely.
He said the joy of the Lord is my strength. So you know, man cannot leave my bread alone. Glory. Somebody shout hallelujah.
How long you been doing that for though?
I think it's been like
Not for years.
Yeah, like 3 years,
Game for
bro.
collective
Yeah.
commission.
Bro, it's been like 3 years, man. 3 years.
Hey, but guys, I got a thing to hold against Shogs though. You know when Shogs is meant to take them random out, yeah?
When what?
You can do No, for
That's what I'm
years.
saying, 3 years.
For years. And he's been dodging it, and now I don't want to talk too much, but I'm hearing the bill that is footing at where is it?
Frog
Forest?
Frog legs.
That's what we can't disclose. Let's not disclose. Let's not.
Yeah. He said I just wanted chicken strip and chicken wing. Just TGI. Just TGI. Maybe even Nando's. This guy is doing.
When I say it's coming, it is coming.
For how long?
How long will we cry out?
When my father says so. When I'm.
He's waiting for the second coming of Jesus.
That's why he wants us to be lifted up to our saying.
It's coming.
Yeah.
2021, yeah?
Yeah, 2021.
I'll give you to.
You know it's recording.
Yeah, look, video evidence.
So you look into the camera.
21.
Hey, look,
You are hearing? Are you hearing?
as we said though, senior consultant, 3 years. So in that 3 years, you must have seen a bit of a madness. I can't lie, in that industry, it seems like there's a lot of turnover. You know, like sales, then recruiting, all of them kind of things. There's bare ins and outs, there's firings.
There is. Like it's one of those industries where it's quite cutthroat. Like if you haven't got it,
If you ask, man. You're out of there.
you're done. You out of there, man.
You know how many notice of termination letters I've written for some people?
bro.
Damn.
Bad,
You ain't
man.
got it. You out of there.
Yeah.
No, it's tough. It's
It's
tough.
everyone,
No, it's not for everyone. Like even for me, like when I think it was like my first 3 months, and like we have to put billings on the board,
Yeah.
like, money through placements and this and stuff, and I was just putting nothing on the board, like nothing at all.
Well, 3 months though, you'd think that's...
No, like people around me, like it's not really expected of you to put money on the board, but it's always nice to. And when you got people that you started with who are making money, putting money on the board, and you're just there like, oh, wow, like how'd you do it, bro? Like, did you do something good?
Where's your mama?
Did you learn something I didn't know?
Can I meet your pastor?
For real, like,
Is he laying hands?
when I say it was pressure, like it was pressure because like, I'm looking at people around me like, yo, like this is getting a bit serious, and when you're having constant meetings, they're tracking your performance, this, that, your output's there, but the results aren't really.
Shogs, upon review, like you're an amazing worker.
Yeah, but like,
But it's not coming yet.
Is there anything that you're missing from the training?
Bro, listen.
Anyway, we can help you out. You say, if I tell you,
No, honestly, it was tough. It
you.
was tough, and then I was having so many tough conversations. Like, I just thank God because I had the right type of management. Like, luckily, unfortunately for me, like my manager was someone I can call, like my brother, in that sense.
The bro managers are very important.
Like, he supported me, bears, bro. Like, bears.
Or like a doodoo guy.
A brother. A brother,
man. Yeah, he supported me like on a crazy one. So like the next, obviously, first 3 months struggled. Next 3 months passed my probation, got promoted, done car allowance, this, that, just smashed it basically. And yeah, just ended up today.
I can't lie, it seems that you're like the perfect work-life balance in terms of in work. Like I'll see Donny on a Friday doing the drinks. He'll be there.
Work drinks, man. You gotta be a part. No, honestly, like in cultures like that, you've got to be a part of the culture to some degree. Because you can't be the person that always wants to go home or do this. Like,
bro, I'm there.
No. Junior's not present at these work things. Yeah,
no. Honestly, I'm not present at most of them. There's a lot. They do a lot.
Bro,
like, they do a lot.
Don't be doing work drinks or virtual work drinks. 1 week is okay.
1 week is
but
okay.
Not every week is a bit tiring.
Yeah, they do best,
Let us go out for, bro.
Trust me.
Let me start my weekend.
It's the truth, but yeah, like I was there involved. Gotta be a part of the
culture,
the team, the culture.
Do you think it's a bit for us, us as black boys? You think it's kind of forced, though, isn't it? That we want to be kind of a part. The next one, if we don't go, then it's a bit antisocial, isn't it? It's a bit antisocial.
And obviously, there's nothing wrong with being like you're a person at the end of the day. Like you don't really have to have someone's approval to feel like you're part of their clique or whatever it is. But it's just nice. It's actually nice to not speak to your colleagues on a work level all the time, and then when you're at these events and social gatherings with them and stuff like that, you can actually get to know them as individuals and people. And there's some people that I can actually say at work are like my friends. Like,
that's good.
Yeah, like I've gotten close to quite a few people. Like,
that's nice.
No, that's good. That's amazing still.
Yeah.
I feel like it's important, like within like your workplaces, to understand
100%
that, fam. Even though we are here for one thing, like this is the only thing outside of this world, bro. Me and you, we will not. But
this is strictly professional.
But even though it is professional, like, it's good to be able to foster that relationship.
No, honestly, definitely still. Because I feel like everyone talks about family. You spend bare time at work.
A lot of time, bro.
It's at least be able to be comfortable.
Bro.
Some of us are even doing 50-hour weeks. Wow. Literally, like, you're spending 40. There's people doing 60-hour weeks at work, There's doing 60 hours with these people, 40 to 60 hours with these people. I don't know, you loathe it? You kill yourself. It's too much drain on your mental. That so you need to. It's good to be in a comfortable position with it. Even if you're not gonna, it's not like you have to become a David and Jonathan friendship. But it's good to get people you can just relate to.
Would you say that that's like made it easier because your personality is quite like friendly, quite social? Would you say that that's made it easier, or did you struggle at the beginning?
I'll say, like, it did make it easier because obviously I've got an inviting personality. Like, I don't really see like people. Someone won't look at in work they'll tell me as well. Like when I meet clients or I'm speaking to people, they're always talking about you're like a ray of sunshine. You've got a good personality.
Wow, sunshine,
glory. And it's good. Like honestly, like I just try to
let your light shine.
The thing is with that as well, that's where. So when you wrote something about code switching, and obviously that's changing your speech, changing who you are based on where you are, and for you to be able to do that, that's a blessing. Because even me, when I first came into my workplace, I think most people know the story if they listen to the earlier episodes, where I was myself, I was all over the place, like, I was good.
Even me,
and then they fit. Then one manager just came and tried to write me off.
No, my manager battered me.
Oh, is it?
Bro, like. My first day, let me tell you this, so I came in, I had my earrings in, I didn't even
Wait, what's wrong with the earrings though?
In a corporate environment, bro, it's just it's not professional. It's not professional. I'm both diamond.
The big thing.
You're rocking it.
You think you're Harlem?
And I forgot. Like obviously it's nerve-wracking. Like your first day, it's a new environment. It's your first corporate job. You're just thinking,
what are you doing?
You're like, nah. So I came in, I sat down. No one was saying anything to me. No one was saying anything. I just felt one of my directors come. Welcome, mate. How's your morning been? I was just like, yeah, it's been good, yeah. Nice earrings, by the way. And I was just like, what? Oh, he's like, yeah, just take him out. It's one of them, but he done it nicely. Everyone just started off like a little chuckle here. Yeah.
Man said,
I ran there. I was like,
you're lucky to Nigeria, there's a commando something from your hair.
Listen, but other than that, like, even like for example that code switching thing, like it did apply to me like massively, because obviously like when with the people that I'm surrounded by, and when I'm talking like well go on, what's up, what you saying, so it's a part of my vocabulary, it's a part of me.
Blame the band, dude.
No, bro. So I'm really like, do you know what I mean? Like all the people that we surround, most of us from London, most of the people who surrounded by picked up that slang, and when you go into these environments where that doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. I saw the whole colloquial, all of that, proper pronouncing your T's and all.
Listen. And
but man, we're even the ones who get they'll say, it's water, but fam, you're the one who calls it water on a regular basis.
Do you know what? It's not even to that extent. Like you get some people who are like water, water. Can you pass that thing over there, sir? No. Honestly, there's some people that's like to that degree. But like my manager, he's like grammar school educated. Like we would move him into a boys' school, something like that. Some posh grammar school. Like he's black, but you hear him speak.
You never
English like perfect. So like I remember when I picked up the phone one time and I was speaking to a client, I was just like, hello. He just hung up. He's like, what you doing? I was like, what did I do? He's like, what's hello? Not hello. Like, what's that? Like, bro, good morning, David speaking. Like, morning, David speaking. From Robert Half, how are you? Like, he wanted me to. I had to kind of adapt into changing my whole way. Yeah. It took me a while. I can't lie. It took me a while, bro. Like, it was a tough one.
Oh yeah, I'm a client, so you be talking to me.
You want me to talk to you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right, ring.
Are you guys okay, guys?
David speaking.
Hi, you're right there. So I've been in contact with your company and I was wondering what you could offer me.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, no worries. Obviously, we can offer a substantial amount of services. We've got specialists around the accounting and finance sector. We've got specialists around the IT sector, the HR. What exactly are you kind of looking for?
Me, I don't know. I'm just in a job.
Well, I can obviously pass you the details. You can ping me an email and we can touch on. Master that, man. Master it.
And the thing is, that sounded proper still.
Bro,
I'm still trying to pattern my team. And
like, you don't even have to force it too much. Like you just pick it up. And there's certain things you just start to know. Like, okay, I can't really say this. I can't really say this. I can't really say that.
I feel like the difference is though within your climate, you're mainly. I mean, do you deal with a lot of other clients apart from the people that you work in your workplace? Whereas
I deal with clients. So I'm more like front facing.
No, I'm not front. I'm behind the scenes. So I'm
emails.
So you're pretty much dealing with the people within your office and the clients that come through.
Or other lawyers or other stupid questions or questions people don't know.
So you're dealing with actual front facing.
But even in my office as well, like because like there's senior people like VPs that will come from America and stuff like that, and you don't want to be bantering like, fam, did you see that? You don't want to be doing that, and then you turn around and you see the VP of finance just standing there like looking at you like, what? You had this one? Like, you had this one? Yeah. So
this look away.
What's the fame? What's the fame, man? Nah, honestly. So you always got to be aware of your environments and where you're at, but.
It's sad, isn't it? But you gotta change yourself, bro. Because even me, like, since obviously I had that issue with my old man, the old CEO or whatever, and she once again she got her ass fired.
She's not around.
She's not around no more.
And who do you think that's been?
Me! She didn't do it. And I would say on my chest, 3-0 up. 3-0 up. Oh no, wait.
Yeah, 3-0 up.
It's 3-0, isn't it? Yeah, it's 3-0 from whitewash. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Free Jordan.
I won't do that this week, man.
Wait, it's a good thing though. Why are you not doing it this week?
I thought you were gonna start.
No, man. Every day, bro.
Get on with this guy. I know what you're talking about before you do it.
I think it's this whole basketball talk, bruv. Like, I don't like it. I don't know what's going on.
Then get to know.
Know something about everything. Everything about something.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I know about that.
No, you don't.
Man.
It's excellent. But what I was gonna say, since I had that incident, yeah, even my manager now, all she says to me now is, I want the old junior, you know, the old public job. I said, I can never be me. You know what I mean, though? Bro. Because it's like I've been chastised on a mad, like, bro. It was a mad thing, and now you want me to go switch back to the old me. I can't do that.
Are you gonna accept me if I eat my chicken with my hands?
Stuff like that. I'll eat it, bro. I'll eat it.
Oh,
bro. It's in lunchtime. No one around. I'm by myself. How are you watching me eat chicken?
You know
what it was? I was at Nando's with our work colleague. So the new starters with me, we were all together, and then the woman that placed us. So the woman fed back to the CEO that I was eating chicken in my hand.
Can you hear that? She snitched,
bro. I was like, wait, I'm with my work colleagues, as in they're my age. Bro, I was supposed to use knife. How am I gonna eat chicken properly, fam?
That's
first of all, though,
that's a personal agenda.
First of all, what's her business?
That's exactly what I mean. It's a personal agenda.
And even then, there was one time where we moved into the new office, and we found we were looking through old stuff in it to put in the bin, and I saw one of her notebooks, and bro, I just saw she put section different people. Obviously, mine was just all bad, like 3 pages of just bad. And I was like, I didn't even do most of this stuff like that. One time I got told before work, because I used to take my iPad. Before we start work at 9, I come in at 8:30. I'll just be on my desk eating breakfast, have my iPad, watching TV.
Yeah, that's what I meant to.
She was like,
y'all pay me.
She was like, oh, can I not do that? Something like that. Then I said, okay, I'll stop doing it. And bro, she still wrote down that I continue doing it. I was like, bro,
that's what I mean. That's a personal agenda.
Yeah, it was a personal agenda.
Stuff like that. There's stuff they can complain about. You can understand, like, okay, yeah, fair enough. Like,
she's lucky I found Christ, because otherwise I'll be saying, God, what?
No one's going.
600. No, and the thing is, going through something like that, and it's like, what? You're going to work, you have to put, bro, it's like a mask. It's a mask. It was a mask. Like, these men were watching me, bro. I was on the way to work looking for new jobs before I left. Like, I had a meeting, I just said, I'm going. I said, I'm not coming back. And bro, when I left here, that day when I left, and I went to Akin's, before I even went home, I went to Akin, bro, he saw joy.
He was happy.
He saw
I might have gone from employed to unemployed. You think, raw. He's happy now.
I had insurance to pay for contract. I did not give a fuck, bro. I was just so happy. Like, I was.
That's good though. That's like, if you're feeling like that after,
that's mad, isn't it?
That's mad. That is
mad,
very, very
bro.
mad.
It's
that's very, very mad. Like,
it was a mad
you
thing.
can never stay in a place that's affecting you that much. Never.
As in joy. I have bills, but there's joy in me. I said, nah.
There's work, there's earning money, but there's your life and your health and everything.
And obviously, when you're I was the only black boy there.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
You didn't understand me, man.
So you even mentioned that you had a black manager or
black manager. There's quite a few like other nationalities and stuff.
Well, it's quite diverse.
Yeah, well, it's not as diverse as you'd like it to, but most like kind of white collar companies and corporate institutions are they're predominantly black. Like they are. It's just generally
it is.
Like you look at financial services, bro. Like most of the directors, the people that own them, all these top investment managers,
all these consultants.
Yeah. Like it's just what you see. Like
maybe one in. I don't know.
Honestly, no, it's just how it is. Like it's how it is. And obviously, it's like it's for us to kind of change that with the new generation of people to kind of change that. And I think that's what a lot of companies are now pushing on with the whole diversity thing.
Do you guys have that sector? What did they call it in corporate, where you have like the ethnic?
Well, like the inclusion community, that type of
thing.
Recently, we actually started it quite recently. So it was a group chat they started.
You went here before?
Yeah. It was always spoken about, but it wasn't.
There was.
Official.
Yeah. Don't worry, guys, we'll get to it.
So basically, when George Floyd and that whole movement started,
they said, I think it's time to make it happen.
Honestly, that's the same with most companies.
Yeah,
bro.
fair.
Like, look on LinkedIn. Like, it's a social media for work colleagues.
Fair,
Like, bro, you see it everywhere. How many companies are now promoting Black History Month? Like, we're doing this for the black people in our thing. We got loads of black workers who are going to be leading events, talking to this, that, and you're thinking, wait, this was. I was here last year. And the year before.
It was only you remember what I said.
Like, bro,
I'm gonna do management.
honestly, just something I think the world's just transitioned more into that because of the recent events that's been happening, and you know, obviously now black people are in the light of, like, in the news, spoken about, like, what's going on, the George Floyd thing, the riots, people banding together, this, that, and it's just raising more awareness. And I think companies are now using that and just taking leverage of that. Like, cool, let's actually get ahead of the game before we're seen as a company that's too late to be getting people
to the party.
Exactly. And obviously it's not as if there's no black talent out there. People are looking for that now, and I think, and I like it. I'm happy with it because I think the more companies are more aware of the fact that there needs to be a big push on diversity and stuff, they'll realise how much solid black talent there is out there. Like, they're more receptive to it because, you know, some companies you just think, yeah, these people are not going to pick me, and there's only one reason. It's not because you haven't got the grades, not because you haven't got the skill set.
Well, the way that would bring
Have you seen that in your workplace where other people probably...
What, in my like, people coming into my business?
No,
just
so the fact that you're placing someone...
Yeah, I'll be honest, yeah.
I've heard that as well from other consultants.
Well, I'll be honest, like, obviously it's not something we can really address to a client, and it's all of our own self-judgment in the sense that if we see it, we're not like assuming like 100% doing it, we just think they're doing it, but most of the time
you experience enough to kind of know that.
Yeah, most of the time we're experienced enough to know, like, it's what it is.
And sometimes they can kind of be explicit about it as well. Like,
they
won't say, they'll be implicitly explicit about it. So they'll say,
exactly that.
We want this and that, and in their requirement they've excluded this type of person.
So even what I'm doing right now, we're recruiting for some positions in Sweden, and then there's this particular region, and they say in their requirements that they need a native Swedish speaking individual.
Okay.
So we've got candidates now that speak Swedish. They're not Swedish, but they speak Swedish,
and they're qualified.
And they're more than qualified.
Oh yeah.
They've lived in Sweden for years, but because they're not native.
Sweet.
Native. That word is a defense.
Bro.
You can't get us in court.
Yeah, no, it's the truth. Like, it could mean a number of different things. Like, you can't really pinpoint it to that specifically, but everyone's smart enough to know.
Like, and the thing is, there's not a lot of the criteria that you're the specific criteria, but
exactly.
I can't come and bring now someone who just speaks Swedish because I don't know.
Blonde, blue eyes.
This guy's straight to the point.
I'm sorry,
Let's give it a buck.
I keep it back at
we're just assuming, you know.
2 birds. Honestly, I'm gonna give you 2 birds.
Sorry, but all I know is when is my turn to be recruiting for the next person.
Don't say that.
Me, y'all know what I'm doing, and I don't give a monkeys. And I'm sorry, why? Because, bro, I want better for my people. You know, wait, deep it. You know how hard it is for black people to get into
heard.
No, bro, it's very hard.
It's hard.
It's hard.
We have it hard everywhere.
Let alone Magic Circle alone. That's testament to how hard it is.
Real.
Like, bro,
What's Magic Circle?
The
top,
like top
you know,
5.
the best top 5 law firms.
Top
in the world. Is it the world?
No.
Oh, just UK. Yeah.
But even might be even the world. No, not America.
It's
it's
not
UK.
a lot of them will have American base.
Yeah, bro. Alan Overy, maybe Linklaters, Clifford Chance, Shoesmiths.
Yeah,
Like, bro, there's a bro, as in people that get into that. Obviously, you know, so and so that's in there now. She must have done a mad thing. And God, of course, it's good shot. But for you, just bro, it's mad. It's hard. It's hard. And if I can help, you know, give a little push, give a little nibble, give a little, you know. Yeah.
Kick down some doors.
I'm gonna do that.
I definitely
haven't
believe-
got no issue with that.
I definitely believe in like us having like the initiatives to help our own and, you know, put us like have priority. But I don't believe that we should now foster the behaviours that we see portrayed against us in that way.
But it's been how many years has been portrayed against us?
No, but fam, it's not. So what? Because you slap me, I should slap you.
No, but that's not really slapping. It's, I'm gonna give you a fair chance. However, same way.
You can't use it. Man said, yeah.
No,
I'm gonna give you a chance.
No,
but
As a lawyer, just put a clause.
guys, the same way Harry sees Tom coming in as his son, I'm gonna see Ayo as my son too.
I hear you.
I actually do.
I feel like I understand what man you
No,
said.
I understand what you're
For me,
saying.
I think my main point is just knowing that I want it to be a thing where a black man will come in for a job knowing that he's going to be judged on how he presents himself, and that's it. Simple. There's not going to be. He's not going to be at a disadvantage, and he's not necessarily going to be at an advantage. But because of the disadvantage that has been in place for so long, just removing that is going to feel like he's at an advantage. Because it's like there's been businesses where he's probably gone into a room knowing that he's the most qualified person and still not got the job. Knowing that, okay, even if anything, I'm as adequately qualified as everyone else here. He's thought he's put in, he's presented himself well, and then still not got it. So, but now it's like, okay, you're going in, you're not going to worry about that. Just present yourself, and if you're the best, basically. People have probably been here, and you might have probably gone for a job before you got to the place you were, and you probably had an idea that even if I wasn't the best candidate, I smashed this interview or something, and then you didn't get it. That's not going to be the main thing is that I don't want you to go somewhere knowing that I could be the best candidate and still not get this job. That's what I don't. Because I feel like a lot of time people talk about white supremacy. It would be, especially us as Christians, it would be I don't know the word, but we can't then now turn things around just to now kind of implement a black supremacy kind of ideology. It's about it's a level playing field.
It's a level playing field. It's just bringing in understanding, and obviously the best way to kind of bring in understanding is to show these people like, look, this is how it is. This is reality. Like, this is what we go through. And this is how it should be going forward. And it's not a case of we're just trying to take over. Like I'm not saying that I wanna kick every other people out and replace it with like that's not what we're asking for, but it's just realising that the potential in other people, not just based off their skin colour, but actually them as an individual.
Advantage plus.
No, but it's a thing where like even you just mentioned a point about making it aware to them. These people are so naive to.
No, but I think most people are even aware of it though. They're just moving stupid, bro.
Oh yeah, they know. They're like, until you tell me plainly,
they know.
I'm gonna act like I don't.
Even if they don't, even if we have people telling them, they know. It's just that they're just being.
No,
some of them were some of them 7:30 news. Bro, 8 o'clock, they saw the news.
Let's talk about the news being portrayed, isn't it? Like, fam, the news will only show you, what that particular, so like BBC, British Broadcasting, whatever, fam, they will only show you what they deem to be British related. Like, they have no business showing you. I don't know a country that, because these British people, they've got their hands all over the place. Like, do you get? But they only really show you what really affects them. Do you get?
No, I hear you. But
my point is, like, for a lot of people, is a mixture of their upbringing, their household environments. There's a lot of stigmas that they haven't been able to shrug. I was having a conversation with one of my previous work colleagues, and she was saying how. It was only recently that she's been able to be getting onto her dad because she knows that her dad is racist. He's openly racist. Like, he's against the blacks.
Oh, nice.
Bun him.
And it's only in recent times she's been hearing that 21, 22-year-old girl. She hasn't had a mouth to be saying anything in her household. What? Fam, my dad would be like, cut then. And to be fair, she's cut.
I swear.
Fam, like she's living with her boyfriend and whatnot, but...
Can we just ask what's the ethnicity of this boyfriend?
No, she's white. Like, he's white.
Oh, okay. I thought we won.
No.
This guy.
But when I was having a conversation with her, like, during that whole Black Lives Matter protest time, she was saying, like, within her circle of friends, which is again very wide, she was saying how the people, she was hearing a lot of different views that were really rubbing her the wrong way. And she was saying how some of her friends were saying, we don't see it like that, we don't see colour, or it doesn't directly affect us, or it's not my fault that they feel like this, or. But the thing is, yeah, like we can be angered. We come from a place that we can be angered, but this is what for them to understand, we need to understand them as well. We need to understand, how did you get to that point? How did you come to this conclusion that we are the enemy when you are the ones who terrorized us?
And I understand that. That's all well and good. Obviously, your friends saying to her dad and that. But the dad, like, bro, there's not. Okay, some people in this might have not seen that George Floyd video, but to see that video, right, still be like, the police are just doing what they do. For you just to see the color anyway, as a human anyway, that you'll be on his neck, but you know that. Okay, I think there was a white person that had the same thing. Maybe it is the police force, but for you to know that black people get abused so much more. If you don't know that, then it's just stupidity, or just because you don't want to see it. It's just because you don't want to see it.
You need statistics.
If you can see that and you're still moving a type of way, then you're a pagan. That's it. That's it for me. Because
that sounds simple.
I'm sorry, but honestly, there's no way you can be seeing that happening.
That's true.
Bro, like, we all know that human iron power is your land. It's your land. But all we're asking for is a fair chance. Like, okay. Because at the end of the day, it's like, what? They're at 80-meter sprint. And we're at 30. You know how behind we are.
30? I wish.
Bro, you know how behind we are.
Very true, it's very true.
It's, bro, and for you just to exclude that and say, I don't see colour, but
because
suck out.
Because I feel like
it's shocking.
I feel like it's even.
No, but even then, sorry, bro. Just to say, like, even for me, for me to be one black boy in a company, and for you to be writing so much bad stuff about me, but my white colleagues, there's nothing, no accolades for me, nothing. And then for you to tell me I was eating chicken with my hands.
That's what I meant.
Deep it.
That is
deep it. That is a mad thing. You've got to start questioning. My manager, she's black. She's from Portugal. When I told her all of what happened, she was shocked. She was like, I didn't even know any of that. She just took what the when you're a CEO, of course you're gonna take whatever they say. You're not gonna take a little guy that just came out of uni, try me, give me my 2 weeks pay, whatever. But for you to say eating chicken with my hands,
that's mad.
And for you to use that against me,
that was
and the way you like do it,
what is your actual?
in McDonald's, eating, bro.
She's like, listen,
you know what
I'm gonna get this guy out of here, even if it go cost. She
Man.
basically said, this guy is not. You ain't gonna be.
And you know what's so mad? Like, I'm guaranteed if she looked around, she would have at least seen one white person doing the exact same thing. Just swallowing wings, fam. No, honestly,
even
Lucy, this chicken's amazing.
Like, and even then,
lemon pepper.
You don't want to bring in. Some people might not want to bring in J-Rad. What's that smell? Is that what? Like, bro,
you got the people I know who did the thingy.
You know what? Beatrice, I think Beatrice took IMS here one time.
Hey, I love that, man. That's proper.
Shout out to the people.
That's proper.
She was big four, innit?
Yeah, that's
but
proper.
like, it's like, for even me that had a black boy going to work, had waves. Oh, your hair's a little cool.
Oh, listen.
I said, can I see?
That is the most annoying thing. That's the most
stupid.
She just be like,
what's
you don't know me like
that? What do you mean? What's in my hair? It's my hair. You're talking as if I can't grow hair.
No, it's ignorance.
It's ignorance. When they say so, oh, you ain't got no hair. Oh, you got a lot. I said, black people don't have hair. Or what?
Oh, the whole I'll just come back from holiday. I look the same as you. Bro, there was one time there. One woman had one woman. Her daughter was with a black guy, so they had a mixed race child. And then she was like something like, "Oh yeah, no, you look like my daughter's thing. You know, a big black man." I said, Jesus is. I said, Jesus. I said, is this what I'm coming to deal with at this workplace?
Wow, bro.
Nah, you know what's
it's just ignorance.
Wait, God, even as well, the other day, I did, because after I was sleeping, I said, I don't know if it was just social distance guy, I don't really know him, walked past me, just randomly comes like, oh, have you watched Prison Break? I was like, nah, me, I haven't watched Prison Break. He's like, oh, like some of you man, I don't know if any of you man watch Prison Break. But if they say, oh, there's a black guy, you know, he's like, you look like him. That's black TV, because you couldn't. But then he goes, oh, like, yeah, man, he's big and he's scary. I said, honestly, he left, I was just like, oh, yeah, cool, yeah. And I was like, wait, scary?
You don't know what's scary? You go up to the mirror looking like...
You don't know what's man, sometimes someone makes a comment, but you don't deep it until after. I was like, wait.
Bro, that happened to me so many times, bro.
We haven't spoken before, so it's not like we knew it. Like, this is the first interaction, so it's not like, oh, it's a work colleague I've spoken to, someone mentioned it. This guy just come and said, oh, yeah. And I said, wait, scary?
And the thing is, yeah, during this clap, bro, it's ignorance, it's just stupidity. Like, you know what, there's no way you can say you don't know what you're doing when you're making comments like that. Like, surely, if you know that it might be borderline, just don't say it. Why do I ever ask you to go and touch your greasy hair? No. So what am I? Bro? I don't know. Sirens. No, but it's true though. I didn't ask the Donny that wanted to touch I didn't ask him to touch your hair. Like, why have I got to be treated different? Because, bro, being the only black boy at one point in time is crazy.
Fam, you know, like,
it was crazy.
And sometimes, yeah, I feel like in these corporate environments or these work environments, I feel like I'm an animal in a cage. Like, they just poked him, prodding.
Bro! Do something today.
You're amazing, aren't you? Like, you just even reminded me now. I think the other day someone was like, nah. Or like, the thing is, yeah, some of it as well is like, some of these people as well though, so how can you be so ignorant? Like, so he was like, oh, so like, talking about music. He's like, oh, so what music you listen to? Before I could answer, but you listen to the way Storms,
No, that's the worst. That is the worst one.
Oh, bro. Stop it, I touched a Bro, in my head, I just said, oh, I gotta cancel you too, huh? I said, oh, I thought you was cool. Fam, I said, oh, God.
It's annoying.
This is the Susie. Like that.
It's annoying.
I was like, because I said, I don't know. I don't even have a white stereotype to go up to a white person and go, whoa, what do you listen to?
You're Bon Jovi.
Honestly, like,
I'm so sorry.
Like, I was just like, wrong.
You man can see the way I sound. You man know I'm tired, fam. It's just jarring. I'm not educating anyone anymore. Bro, as in the thing is, yeah.
It's okay, Junior.
No.
It's okay.
The thing is, yeah. Like just a long because I'm even suffering. Shogs were talking, but it's like. I'm passionate because I'm pissed off. Like, bro, even it came to such an extent, yeah, where. I told you, man, like my one guy swore at me at work and worked me 1-to-1.
Okay.
I said, bro, like, a bit of me jumped out. Like, as much as I was masked, I'm like, I actually said, are you sick? Like
no, but I couldn't. Like, when he said, he shot me, I was like,
what even?
Talk to me. Yeah, talk to me.
You talk about yours after, innit? But like, after, like, what's this? Said something like, just send me the information. I said, are you sick? I said, never in your life. And bro, I used had me. I said, never in your life.
Different,
bro. Never in your life.
Different, Junior.
Is that Junior?
Shut
it up, sorry!
He's still not good shot.
Oh, bro. You're better than me because I'm like, I said,
never in your life.
Bro.
Never. I said, maybe it's because we're over on screen that you think. Because if you saw me in real life with this energy, you wouldn't have it. I said, never in your life. Like that. And that nigga got fired.
Hey, you really out here just canceling careers, man.
Bro, because he's like, bro, me. After that, no, I could not go through something that I went through with that CEO. I think I can get that again. No way. Pull up season. Gunshot. Everything. All the smoke.
It's not the best time.
Yeah.
It's true. Sorry. Shogs, what happened?
Oh God. So far, I forgive us.
No, but Shogs, like, what's been your experiences?
No, my experience, it's been similar to yours. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, even just like what you mentioned here, like, there was a time when, you know, we went out after work and there's a bar like right close to our offices, so we always go there. You know, load it. You know what I'm saying? Load it.
I said load it.
It was just a night. It was calm, you know, it was a good month, everyone was on good vibes, and there was one of my colleagues, you know.
Commission galore, innit?
Commission galore, man. Yeah, you know, everyone got sweet bonus, chop in. But this guy, you know when people like, they banter around with you, you think they're cool, and it's only when they're drinking. That's what you're thinking, you're looking at them like, hey, you, just relax a bit, because I don't know what you're drinking, but you're chilling. But yeah, man, he just got a bit too carried away, and some of the jokes he was making, I was looking at him, and you know, you're not even involved in the conversation, but you're hearing your name, but you're looking like, you know, I'm right next to you.
Yeah.
Like, why are you joking about? Like, everybody's around here. Why are you selecting me to make jokes about? And it was just in like unnecessary comments, like about Africa, this, that. And I was just there, like, bro, like, you're really irritating me. And trust me, no one in this office has seen me angry. I do not want to do that today. Like, I've had a good career. Don't mess it up for me now. Like, don't. We're still continuing. I just said, come outside, man.
Oh, wait. Man said, come outside. Hey, Shogs, you know?
No. Honestly, when I say I was infuriated, but something, I thank God, because like it was still in my head that I'm in a work environment, there's work people around. Like, don't be the person that you do not want them to. Otherwise,
Shogs, we knew it.
You live up to the stereotype.
You look like one of them.
Yeah, you live up to the stereotype, bro.
So when you went outside, what did you say?
I told him, like, listen, don't ever in your life talk to me like that again. I swear down. You don't know me, I don't know you. Don't ever talk to me like that again. Bro, I'm sorry. No, I was like, don't say sorry. Don't say sorry. Let me finish talking. Let me finish talking. Don't say sorry. No, I'm finished talking. I was switching. People come and say, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Let me finish. I was talking. I said my piece. I got my bags. I dipped home. Straight, man.
100.
That's all I need to do, because sometimes you need to, like, obviously maybe I went a bit over.
No.
It's to a degree. Like, you gotta always remember, like, your surroundings. Like, you don't want to jeopardize yourself because of a small someone making jokes and this and that. Like, you don't want to jeopardize your career over that.
You gotta put your foot down sometimes.
But you gotta put your foot down. You have to. And like,
guarantee you ain't gonna do it again.
Yeah, no.
It's true.
Listen, I went home. That's when people were texting me. Like, one girl I'm really close with at work, she was telling me, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm cool." Like, it's light, man. To put my foot down, like,
you know
what you want me to do? What do you want to do? Like, listen, if it was a different situation, don't worry, but. Like, it's light, like, do you know what I mean? Oh, yeah, he was crying, like, when you... What? You're telling me that?
I don't even care about that.
I do not
Did he apologise?
Yeah, no, I apologise. Like, he came to me numerous times, like, I apologised. And look, obviously, I accept the apology. He's a good, like, don't get me wrong, he's a good guy. Like, he's young, he's a nice guy. I get on well with him. But it was just that side, I'd never seen it before. And, you know, that just made me a bit cautious around, you know, how I am with him. It's not going to change, like, I'll not start to shun him off and start to neglect him. Like, man, you do your thing, I'll do my thing. I'm still getting involved, but, you know, there's a limit. There's always a line you draw.
Did anyone ever...
Should have said, I'll still let him eat.
No one came...
No one else came to you?
No.
People just... Nothing?
No, man. They, like, obviously, my so I've got, like, a divisional manager, and a senior manager who sits on top of him. So, obviously, my divisional manager, he's the guy's in my team. And he manages both of us, and you know, I told him, I said to him, like, oh, obviously this happened, so I don't want no one to be, you know, someone else to come. Oh, have you seen David? Yeah. Like, I swear he nearly pulled out something. I swear, like that's what. No, honestly, they can say anything. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I had to make sure that I'll explain the situation. I told him what happened. He fully understood. I said to him, like, of course, I got a little bit annoyed because it was irritating. Like, I needed to let that out some way. I needed to vent and explain my point and put my point across. And it's just like, that's fair. Obviously, like, I'll chat to him, blah blah blah, and just that's the most that happened.
That's the most.
Man, it was bliss. Yeah, you just got to put your foot down sometimes.
It's pull-up season, bro. Honestly, it's pull-up season.
It's got to world.
No, bro, as in. That's why I always say to you, man, like, when you man do go into this whole nine because it is your life, yeah.
No,
If you man wish to, anyway, I don't know.
no, I don't know if it goes well for me because the way that's fine.
No, but
don't get me wrong. There's some nice vibe out there that you would enjoy. Like,
But the thing is, yeah, all I'm saying is that I want it to be something you man love because you man saw me getting on that train from what June to August till I left. You man saw me and I was in a bad place. And that when you're there more than, bro, it makes you switch up on your family. It makes you, you get more angry.
You come home. You come home with all
And,
that.
and that's what's funny. That's what made me deep as well with my parents. That when I did come back and they'd be angry, and I wouldn't know
Why are these places the signal? I told you to bring the meat out. What are you doing?
And I understand it because at the end of the day, deep it as well. Back then it was a lot more worse.
Wow, when you're tired, you come home. I asked you to do one thing.
And you haven't, and I'm out here slaving for you, man. But it's like, imagine back in the day, it was so much worse than we had it. Well, then I had it. Imagine you're going through that, then you come home, your kids are doing whatever. Obviously, learn to separate.
Or something.
But even then, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't separate.
Yeah.
And that's why I need every man. Like when they go into a job they love, bro, it's like you still get tired as well.
Yeah, you do.
But at least you can like it more. Like Abby tried recruitment. She hated it. She hated it.
Honestly, it's
hated
tough.
it.
It's a tough, and there's a massive stereotype for recruiters. Like if you go online, it's like real things. Like the stereotype is white, predominantly male. Like that's the stereotype.
Essex.
That is the stereotype for recruitment in general. Like it is.
Like you just need to know how to talk.
Like,
Like a wolf. Honestly, literally like that. Literally, like you need to be hungry, a hard worker. Like be prepared to put in the hours. That type of like stay till 10. That type of you'll do that, but like never me, never that.
What? I think 4:59.
No, bro, like, listen, like, when I first started, obviously, you do the extra half an hour, like, cool, you wanna make an impression, you wanna put in the hard work, like, but, yeah, man, like, listen.
when they give you title.
Bro, when that work life, I started to settle in, I was like, yeah, okay. So, y'all picking up, you ain't? See you tomorrow.
I'm gonna read it, guys.
Hey, see you tomorrow, man. Like, no, listen, you just go.
Don't be
Yeah,
daddy.
Honestly, sometimes you gotta put it out, but bro, when you get comfortable, you're good. You're good, man.
You're good. Everyone has to work hard first. It's always the case.
The freedom once you pass that probation, it's like I'm here to stay.
You gotta see the real me. Hello,
What they gonna do? Fire me?
It's true.
Oh man,
bro, it's a diversity in the workplace. Like it's got. And that's why we need to be in these higher positions. So when it's like people like us that come through, like same way your manager took you under the wing, we take the next people under our wing.
Do you guys feel like, sorry to cut you off, do you guys feel like you are the like poster boy for black people in your in your companies?
Oh yeah.
Well, no, we've got another black boy still. That's 2 years younger, but.
I wouldn't say necessarily.
Even if there's two, that means you're one of the person.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
Like you feel the responsibility.
To a degree. Like obviously, when the whole mention of diversity meeting come up, obviously, like everyone looks like. What's that? No, obviously, naturally,
we're gonna have a diversity meeting.
You gonna be there, yeah.
No, man.
Bro, like naturally, bro, come on, like you would expect it. Like when you're in an environment like you expect it, but because obviously my company, it's mainly they're a large American business, and obviously in America there's quite a lot more black people in those businesses and stuff like that as well. Although the stigma's still there, the stereotype's still there, but there is more black people. So I wouldn't necessarily say that we were the poster boys. But people did look like a little bit to us, like when these things.
Give us a little perspective, like say like within your team, and then I'm guessing you have your team as part of the team.
Yeah.
So give us some numbers.
Okay, cool. I can give you numbers from the office. Like, yes, we're a minority. That's for sure. Like
everywhere we go, we're a minority.
So I won't give you an exact number, but there's just around maybe four.
Four
out of.
Yeah, it's quite.
Wait, 4 in your whole office?
Office.
The whole London office?
London office.
4?
Yeah.
No, your
There's
company.
no way you can have less than 250 employees.
Oh no.
Do you have more than that in London?
Shit is like. You want to get me in trouble.
No, but he didn't say the company. But Shogs, there has to be more than 250 employees in that London office.
No, I think there's around 140.
140 and 4
Santa Rabacaliente Robo Cosono. Hey, man.
No, we're a minority. We are minority. Like,
That's not even a percentage. That's not a whole percentage.
No. We're a minority. We're
4 or 5 out of 100 or something.
Bro, we're a minority.
And when I said, that when I see Ayo coming, I'll bring you in.
Honestly, we're a minority. Like, that's what I meant. Like, the stereotype is there. Like, it generally is. Like, look at not just even my company. Look at loads of different companies across London. If you look in the city of London, the big institutions around that area are predominantly white. Like, it just is.
Yeah.
That's just how.
And obviously, they run the country at the end.
Honestly, and that's why, obviously, to your point, that it is so important for this next generation to aim for these positions where it is senior positions to change and bring in and actually implement the diversity. There's one thing talking about it and having a meeting and event and kick-sell and this and that. There's one thing talking about it, but there's another thing actually doing the action and implementing it and making that change.
Beatrice's company, she was saying that they have like 4. I don't even know.
Like
4.
Yeah, maybe
4
directors or
senior
something.
managers,
Senior managers,
in the whole company. That's thousands. That's thousands. They have branches where London, America, Dubai, but even Eastern European, maybe 1 or 2, Madrid, all of these places. 4 out of thousands.
Fam, do you know what? Yeah? It's amazing that right now in our society that everyone wants to do their own thing, black business and these things. Yeah, but we need to realize, that fam, we can have our own things, but there's all these established institutions that are still gonna be pulling our strings, that are gonna be running things, and we need to be there as well.
No, we do.
We need to be there as well. Fam, it's not like we can't be as big as the great tech companies, account companies, law firms, but we have to infiltrate so we know that when it's our time to implement. Because honestly, I don't even really believe that. Okay, these establishments now, they're like 100, 200 years plus. We're only getting into the game. We haven't got no sweat in the game. We have no blood in the game. Like, till we get to them positions, we don't know how it is at the top. We actually don't know what it's like at the top. We every generation we're building. But we can't get tired and say, no, I'm just gonna be at the top.
Just be at the top.
Bro, like, we actually have to, suck it up to some degree. We have to be like, fam, I've got to pave that way. Like, I've got to take the suffering. Like, there was I think it was a scripture I was reading, or like one plan that I was going through, and I was talking about how can you expect to live a good life and a victorious life without going through suffering or something like this. And I was just like, wait.
Do you know Bishop? Do you know the scripture?
No, I don't think it was that. I think it was like a teaching or something. And it was talking about the essence of what suffering brings. Like, you can't say that black people are not resilient, but fam, of all races in this world, who's gone through most torture? Who's gone through, and we are still here fighting, bruv? Like, y'all want us to be tired?
We've been tired. We're past tired.
Bro, like, and it's the thing where we have to use that and still keep going. Like, fam, I feel like it's painful, like drawing blood from a stone. But fam, if you can draw blood from a stone, you know how powerful that stone is going to be. Like, and I feel we are that generation that now is the time that we just have to keep encouraging each other.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, there's this network that I follow on LinkedIn, BYP. I don't know.
BYP.
Bro, I love that network so much, man.
They're doing bits.
They are really, really doing bits. Like, shout out to them, because they, like, the things I'm seeing, the people they're collaborating with, like, I would never have expected things like that to be happening. Like, I saw a recent one. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was Google. It was one of those large institutions, and collaborating with BYP
Yeah.
and creating new opportunities for young people coming up, and it's like, wow, like these things weren't available when I was coming up. And I'm not even old, so think about the people who were before us, So like, we, like you, to your point, like, bro, most of these institutions have been around for a time, and it's only now that we are starting to, you know, get that foot or toe or in the door now, Just sniffing it. No, honestly, it's only now. It's only now. So like, obviously, back to VIP, like they are doing big things. Like I see so much stuff around that, the inclusion, the creating new opportunities for black young people, and it's like so inspiring because the next generation, you know, you want to make them feel like it's possible for me to be suited and booted, walking comfortably in London, and getting into these top businesses, and people are doing it. Don't get me wrong, people are working hard, they're doing it. But you know, you want to make it possible for the people that immediately think, even though I get my degree, I can't work here. But have you seen the people that work here? They're not going to accept me.
Do you know what I feel like it's going to be like? I feel like, you see how back in the day when like the Irish had their unions, their worker unions, and things like that really propelled their economy. We have to start having all of that. I feel like now with the help of social media, we've all got like these BYP
100%,
and these other institutions that are enabling our workplace environment to do better. Like BYP will probably be advising people, this is how you should approach certain things in your workplace. They'll be plugging people like, this is an opportunity coming up that you can add on. And these are the things that we need. It's not necessarily I'm gonna need a shout out from the CEO of my company, but there's certain ways that I can get there. Do you get, like, it's not impossible. It's actually not impossible, but we have to consider our ways of how to get there. We have to consider the kind of environment that we use, because we are in a progressive generation, but we're still in a broken world. We're still in terribly broken systems. Like even before we started talking, we were talking about Niger and whatnot. If you're looking at that generation, there was a video that I was watching, and man was just like, how can you expect me to provide for myself at 33 when I haven't been provided education, I haven't got a job from our government, and a 35-year-old can still be asking for money from your dad to cut his hair. And you're looking at that situation, like, I don't want to say majority of Africa, but a great population of people in Africa in general can relate to that story. And we of the diaspora, we're again only a minority in other lands. We are privileged. Like they look onto us, they'll be like, Obodo London.
This is true, man. This is true,
bro. Like, if you trace our steps back, we're only 1 or 2 generations back from that. Do you get? These people have been established. They're the ones who might have inflicted the damage on us. Like they're the ones who came, stole. They taught us how to steal, rob, kill, all of this. They're the ones who taught us. But what they stole, they've used it to line their pockets and.
Man, that's another story, man.
Do you get?
That is a big one.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, it's still recognizing that we are still of a struggle. As progressive as we are and aim to be, we are still of the struggle. And it's not going to end with us. As sad as it is, I still say that my children won't go through the struggles, but they will still go through a certain...
everyone will go through struggles.
Every generation has to go through some kind of struggle.
Obviously, like, we're not going to know the struggles they will go through. It'll be much different to the struggles we're going through now, do you know what I mean? There'll be new struggles, there'll be new... the world is forever changing. There's new things that come up that are obstacles, that may not be obstacles for us, but will be obstacles for the people coming up. Like, honestly, it's just forever changing, forever changing.
We just don't want to fight in the same battles that
that's it. That's literally it.
Fam, we got to think. Even global warming is doing our people in, bruv.
That's a big thing.
That's doing us in, bruv. Like, you only hear about recycling there in the youth. Come Africa. Come and see the way you people are killing us, man. With no plastic and everything, but like, there's too many struggles that we're fighting. Like, So okay, of the 4, how many of them are women?
Damn, y'all really making me go into detail like that, man? Nah, there's. Oh no, there is one.
1 out of 5, 150. And 1 out of 4, yeah. It's messed up. But how does she? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm very good.
They have to be.
Yeah. But like,
You know when you're saying shit like that, yeah. My fault.
We might leave this place and be in up blocks when it comes to work.
we gotta work together as a bar.
Well, what's her age range?
She's probably, I'll maybe say that late 20s, mid 30s.
20s.
Yeah, early 30s.
How do you think she finds it?
Yeah, no, she's getting on fan. Like, she's getting on fan. She doesn't really do exactly what I do. She's actually a manager for like the administrators and things like that.
Okay.
Like, yeah, so it's a completely different department in itself. Like, she doesn't do exactly anything that I do. But yeah, she's like a man. She gets recognised for a lot. She gets awards and stuff. So she's doing bits. She's doing bits.
She's shining.
No, I'm telling her there's 2, man. There's 2. Yeah, there's 2 because we actually had a new administrator join who's black as well. Yeah, there's 2. But obviously that's possible for her. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's possible for her being at that position. But no, it does. Honestly,
just gonna score a pair, man. I got you, man.
No, honestly, like even like as I'm doing my recruitment, like I regularly, I don't know if you've seen it on the TL sometimes, if you're still on Twitter, like sometimes I'll post something I'm working on, especially when it comes to graduate opportunities, because I know how difficult it is for grads in general, and black grads especially, like, you know, when you want to speak to Harry or Tom on this, and they're immediately judging you because your name's Olayinka or something. Yeah, they're immediately, no, honestly, they're immediately, and like when I call these people, I call them, I get their CV, I call them, and they're like, oh wow, you pronounced my name properly, and I'm like, yeah, like, come on, you're a sister, like, yeah, you're a sister, don't worry, I've got you, and when I assist them, help them, give them tips, preparation, and they're getting new jobs, and they're thanking me, and this and that, it's not like, I'm not like, because I'm sick, man. Like, don't worry, man. You know, it's for me. I'm sick of it. Like, it's not even that. It's more the case that I genuinely want to help you. Like, I'm reaching out to my Twitter network because it's predominantly black. Like, most of the people on there are black. Do you know what I mean? And they're not seeing these opportunities the way other people are seeing it. So when I'm putting it out there, trust me, like within 24 hours, I'm getting like 200 retweets. It's reaching like nearly 10,000 people. Like, so many people are messaging me, trying to DM me, like, oh wow, thank you so much for putting this on. Like, you've really motivated me because Corona's hit and there's not many job opportunities out there. Like, I played someone recently who was like, he absolutely was over the moon. Like, a couple of my friends I've helped in the past before as well. Like, it's just mad. Like, and I'm creating these opportunities. I'm trying to help these people get into these type of roles. And they look at me being in a position where I'm working in a corporate environment and you know, it's like, right, you can do it. You can actually get into a corporate role. Like, you may not want to do recruitment, and that's fair, man. But not everyone wants to do recruitment. But I'm in a corporate role, working in a nice office. Like, I'm getting paid. Senior. Yeah, well, I'm senior. Like, you know what I mean? Nice office, man. Yeah, nice office.
Just know my brother got views.
But no, that's sick to hear. Man. That's amazing to hear, man. No, and that's how it should be. That's what I think as well. When it is, that's what I'm gonna do. Why? Because I just know how hard we have it. Man.
Yeah, no, honestly, like there's like a saying that's always passed around with me, because I think with me, especially compared to other recruiters I work with, I actually pay attention to what the individual's looking for in terms of their next role. Like, some people look at, like, not necessarily in my firm, but in some other firms where they just look at you as a product and you're going to make me money, like, regardless.
So they can get a fee.
We'll just place you, get a fee, like, you're not going to make me money, but at the end of the day, this is people's careers, you know what I mean? Like, we're assisting someone to eventually become like a manager at the end of the day, you want to progress and do that. So I really pay attention to the detail of what people are looking for, and I make sure that the opportunity I'm putting in front of them is because, like, I have the best intention for you. Like, this role will do bits for you. Like, and money as well, I do my best to try and get them the best package as possible. It's important. It's honestly, it's
important because even as I'm doing a bit of recruitment now, and you'll ask someone, what would you like?
Yeah. People are
see.
great, yeah.
And I'm just like, bro, like that's what you're on now. Like, what would you like?
People are willing to, bro, I think they're willing to pay a lot more.
Yeah, no.
Like,
Honestly,
people don't gamble on themselves. People don't gamble.
Not gamble. I'm not asking you. I'm not necessarily people now should go.
No, don't go and say 10 bags more.
Hey, give me 100k now. I'm not I'm not saying do that. Don't do that.
100k are nothing.
Don't do that because they will kick you out of there. Don't do that.
Get out of here for me.
Get out of here. But educate yourself on the market, man. Educate yourself.
Glassdoor,
there. Like there's so many salary guides online, things like that. Educate yourself on the
You
market.
don't even. I even got
honestly,
just
like,
a pre-fan.
No, honestly, like look at the London waiting. Take that into consideration. Like London waiting is a big impact. Like most people will get extra because they work in London. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so take all of that into consideration.
Especially if you know you're going to be commuting into London.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to cover that
Bro,
transport
like,
cost, fam.
Make sure you take everything into consideration, like when you are looking at salaries, and just be confident in yourself. Like,
And the thing is, these companies have PE. Most of them have PE.
Most of them
So
have
I want you to pay for my weekend outing if that's alright.
Yeah.
Alright, I mean.
No, but places
honestly,
have PE.
Yeah.
They'd even place you. They probably even pay for your living expenses. In
That's what I'm saying, fam.
A lot of these places have PE. The fact that, and the thing is as well, one of my friends here, they were asking me the other day, like, how do you think I should go about saying about salary and stuff?
Yeah.
I was like, bro, if you believe you're worth more, like the fact that you're even asking me, you're not confident.
Yeah.
You have to be confident because they can tell you when you're not confident.
Yeah.
Like, bro, imagine if you say, I think someone was telling us, one of the man them were telling us, oh, I told them I want this, and they said okay straight away. Why? Because you didn't gamble. You know what I mean?
That's how you know it's like, hang on a minute.
Hang on a minute.
Y'all say yes this easy?
You know what I mean?
Wait,
That means there's more on the table.
Let me retract.
You know, but like it's just we just need to, and maybe because we think it's imposter syndrome at the end of the day, like we shouldn't really be here. That you think, let me not ask for too much because But other people, they are, bro.
Other people are doing
one place here, one woman was gonna come and be sales director here. She was asking for like 250k. She was asking for them to pay for her travel expenses from Manchester to London, to give her the company apartment, one of the company apartments during the week for her to stay in.
So they will cover her expense and she also not explain to me as well.
150k.
Hey,
The whole package came up to like 250k.
Okay, yeah, that makes more
The
sense.
whole
That's
package.
what I'm saying.
This
Yeah,
was
250.
Sell direct.
Wow. And you're asking for more? What are you using that to
Do you know that's what's up with $8 million? That's a big number.
I said, yeah, we get it.
And the thing is, deep it, that she was confident enough to answer. She obviously didn't want to give it to her, innit? You know what I mean? That's a piss take.
But deep, the fact that she asked,
Yeah.
So she knows.
somehow they can give it to me.
Yeah. Or they can go lower than
Yeah,
that.
like
They'll
we'll
try to
negotiate.
negotiate,
You
yeah.
can negotiate.
But
But
for you
trust me, most of the time they do negotiate. Like,
just gamble. People should just be gambling.
A lot of the time, I think we forget is like when you get to that stage as well, like they wanted you. So it's not like they've just said, all right, you have the job. How much you want? They wanted you, so
Because most time for them,
not necessarily just because you asked for 2k more than maybe what they initially wanted, 3k or even 5 more than they originally. They're gonna say, just forget this guy. We're gonna like search all over again.
They haven't got the time to search.
That's why
They've headhunted you.
Yeah.
And like,
Absolutely, man.
this is the guy that they are coming to. Shaggy, please. This is what we need. Fam, like deep. Even your fam, if you're in a, let me not come and expose you, but in a very well paid job, right? Like you're in a well paid job here. Your job is to source the best clients. Do you get what I mean? So if I'm considering myself now, oh my god, like what an honor. If you come with that mentality, they will do you. But if you now come and say, okay, so you want me? What are you able to give me?
Yeah. Trust me.
You know what's funny as well? Now that obviously, as Shogs has seen it from both spectrums. When if he moves on to another place, bro, they're finished. But I know what you're offering.
Listen,
You're not going to do this.
when I say, trust me, interviews, listen, come to me for interview tips. I'm going on lock, man. I'm telling you, anything. I know what they ask. I know how they try and catch you out in terms of salary, and they do cheeky things, man. Things, and because you're right that most people are afraid to say what ideally they're looking for, so they'll try and be modest. Like, I can't really say that, man. Let me say this, just in case it jeopardizes my chances of getting this job. And the minute you say that low salary, don't be surprised if they offer you that. Facts. Like, trust me, even if the role, let's say a role is paying 40k for example, and you're going in there saying, yeah, no, I'm happy with anything from around like 33 to 38. Bruv, they won't even pay you the 38, they'll pay you the 33. Just because you mentioned that 33. Do you get what I mean? Like,
at the end of the day, they're still a business.
Yeah, it's still a business, man. Like, they've got money to, saving costs at the end of the day, but like, you've always got to be wary of these type of things, man. These type of things. And it's not even just for black people in general, it's everybody. Like, everyone needs to start valuing themselves like a lot more, especially when it comes to money and salary and stuff like that.
Yeah. But when we're talking about, stuff changing and that. So what's happening with things and seeing as COVID's?
Yeah, it's big, man. It's a big impact actually. And it's funny, we're talking about salary. Everyone looking for these salaries and stuff. But like statistically, more people are actually looking for the benefits and the well-being of what the company provide. Because COVID, like we can all say it's affected everybody in one way or another mentally. Like it has. Whether it be staying at home, like what we were saying before, or just generally not being able to see family. Like some people are self-isolating and they can't, especially people that live on their own, they can't go visit people, and it's had an impact on them mentally. So like statistically, more people are asking companies now, how did you combat COVID? For example, like what were your principles in place? How did you kind of combat it? What were you doing for your employees? Or two, what is actually within your well-being package? Like, how do you support your employees mentally, like in terms of their well-being, like what health things do you provide? Are there helplines that you can speak to confidentially? Like loads of people are looking more towards that now, and instead of looking at salaries and things like that.
It's a massive package, bruv. I ain't been dentist in a minute.
It's funny.
Don't lie though. That is because hey, I remember one time I went thinking, that would be 60%. I said, "Paddy?" I don't need teeth. Just like that. I said, I can swallow for the rest of my life. He wants teeth, bro.
No, I had the private thing because even me, we have private medical stuff in it, and obviously I had an issue. Actually, it's just a cancer in it, but. My mum and dad never sent me to make an appointment because my lip was swollen and everything, And because I had that app, is it Babylon?
I know what
instead of Babylon, instead of me waiting till the morning to start calling up the GP near my house, but I went on my phone at 1, got an appointment at 1:20, just there like that.
Yeah,
free.
Trust me, that.
Free!
Private healthcare comes in handy, man.
It's handy, like that.
It's handy, trust
but
me.
one of my boys, he was working for one of the big four actually, and he had an ongoing medical condition. Fam, like if he had to pay out of his pocket, I think he said that it would cost him like between like 7 to 13k.
Yeah, you get reimbursed as well.
Fam, as in he was put in private hospital, all of these like sorted him out. Fam, he had like 3 months off work. Like just the treatment alone was like between 7 to 13k.
Yeah.
Like
Trust me.
he was just like,
money.
There's money. There's money, bruv.
Yeah. Honestly, it's just about
Yeah, damn, when I was shopping it up with him, I was just like, so that's
yeah, trust me.
Hey, that's the thing. Imagine if you had to pay that 7 to 13 out of your own pocket.
That's crazy.
This place itching your body every
I've said this body is wasting away. Every day my spirit is being renewed. Don't worry, I'll take my chances.
But how else is like work being impacted?
Yeah, it's changing massively. Obviously, like I'm saying, more people are looking more towards the well-being packages and things like that. Obviously, work from home, that's a big one. Like, nowadays, it's becoming normality. It's becoming normality, and like if we look at things last year, working from home was seen as a benefit. Like when they have that on the job spec, or you're like, sick, man, I can work from home. Like, trust me, flexi hours, work from home, it was a benefit. So companies were really forced to adapt to the changes because, like most companies nowadays, even onboarding, if you start new, like a lot, statistically, I think it was like 72% of hires from April till now have all been remotely, and you know, obviously to change from going from face-to-face interviews to how it was for years upon years to now just doing it over Zoom call and all this. Do you know what I mean? Like they've had to do severe investment in training and how they were going to do it, in investment in the tech, IT, bro. Like, and if companies weren't putting money in those areas from the start, bro, that's the ones that are struggling the most now.
Because that's what I'm even recruiting in like from IoT.
Bro, it's booming, fam. That's why tech is booming.
Machine. Come and see the kind of thing that they're asking for. They're asking for basic IT skills, bro.
It's booming. Like, back office support, everything booming. Like, it is going crazy, and it's just because the work from home has been forced into being a new normality for workplaces. Like, and that's a good thing. And that's actually a really good thing, because like I have conversations with your CFOs, and they look at the financials of the business as a whole, affecting all departments and things like that. And you know, the research that we as a business done is that like even Deloitte will actually release the statistics that 33% of CFOs of businesses across London feel that next year that's when things will go back to normal. So 33% out of how many businesses in London, like that is small. That is very, very small. So people are still thinking next year is going to be rocky as well. It's going to be very, very rocky. So like even now, like businesses have to adapt to changing. They have to be used to the fact that people are going to come in expecting, there's going to be work from home. Like whether it's going into the office once and then working from home the rest, that's going to be the new normality. Do you get what I mean? So that's actually good in the sense that most people who didn't get that benefit before, now are getting that because it's being implemented, it has to be done now, and they're having the option to be able to work from home, that flexible working and do things like that. So that's another thing. And then obviously in terms of like budget constraints, like COVID, man.
Because I was even going to say like in terms of like you might not having to pay as much rent. Like, there's a lot of tax breaks. You guys are saving money on transportation. Like before, your company will be hiring Anderson Lees and all these to pick you up from here and drop you there.
Trust me. Like it's honestly for the people, like even people who was working from home. Like I'm sure there's not one person, I don't think anyway, that can say they've been in a worse off financial situation than how they were like before. There was gonna obviously that COVID's impacted salaries and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, but in a sense that expenditure, obviously you're gonna be spending more when you're home doing things, doing that. But the amount of times when I've been in London, and I can say probably throughout my whole career working in London, I probably only made packed lunch 3 times. No. I've been working there for how long? Like 3 years. No.
You guys say the one time each year.
Honestly, that.
So what made you just randomly decide each time you make? Because you only did it 3 times. So what made you say, you know what? Let me just pack lunch today.
Listen, every single time I wanted to do it because that's when I did. I look at my bank and I'm like, what?
You said Nando's here. That's going on here,
bro.
There's a lot of wishy-washy.
And even now, because obviously hours wise in recruitment, like hours are generally quite long anyway. But my hours now have changed like massively. And I think the business has now realised that you don't, obviously you still need to put the hours in. You still need to put the hours in to get the output. Don't get me wrong, it happens, but it can actually still be done within short hours. Like it can actually still be done within short hours. And honestly, like I'll be surprised if they change it back, because they've gotten so used to it now that even when it comes to next year, and you know, when things hopefully God's grace start easing up, Corona situation dies down a bit more. Honestly, God's grace hopefully, because it's impacting the economy big time. As much as
we're talking about congestion and
as much as this economy is struggling, but like they've just realised now that they can actually, you can still get the output from the quality of your consultants and this and that in shorter hours, and people are actually enjoying it more. Like
more time, fam. You don't need that many smoke breaks in your day.
What's crazy as well is that even my workplace, they said that that it's working so well that they don't think we'll ever have a proper office again. That people will be going.
Honestly, some people like they're not going back to the office, because if you see deep how much they're saving alone just on office rental,
there's like 30 racks a month.
Some people are really changing up. Some people are downsizing offices.
I think we're downsizing.
Because if you look at it, normality is going to be literally life is going to be like that. For example, like it's going to be like maybe 3 times in the office.
I
max,
feel
a
like
week.
more things like you see like WeWorks and them them office spaces will probably that will have a boom in the economy. Like we just need to have an office space for an hour, 2 hours.
More of them short-term ones will they'll start
just for today and something.
I feel
they'll start booming more.
Yeah.
They'll start booming more.
Because even I think even WeWorks they're even doing like a promotion or something like with
So they're doing like even don't get me wrong, most of these businesses have been impacted ourselves like massively because obviously like companies have took breaks like in terms of rental breaks and stuff like that because the sales are not coming through. If it's a client-facing company, they can't meet people, so there's no more sales to make. So there's been so many.
It's a trickle down effect because even the owners of the building.
Cleaners, everybody. There's no need for cleaners, receptionists. Who are they introducing or greeting? Like they're greeting the air. Like you do that over the phone. You know what I mean? Like it's a massive trickle down effect, and it has impacted like massively. But in some ways, the output would be good, like I say, like with the work from home, because you know companies are always talking about we're going to implement it properly. Now they have to implement it.
All the companies that say, guys, we've got some new things.
New things planned. They have to.
Now they're like, we actually got to do it.
And when you're complaining to your IT guy, my computer does not work.
Honestly, like, and that's why they're investing so much in tech, and that's why tech is doing really well. They're doing really well. It's because like. They need this stuff, and they need to realise now that we actually been lacking. Like now we need to ramp it up. We need to ramp up the investments in this.
Zuckerberg said it.
It's gonna be
the working world has literally just changed dramatically in the space of just like months.
Changed.
I was on the phone to my network provider. This guy's there talking about how like fam, he's at home. Like he's like, I was at home. Like I'm just working from home. I said, you're not in the office, and you're just dealing with my finances like this. I said, don't worry.
In the comfort of your own home, taking money from
I'm thinking nobody's checking me. Okay, I was like, yeah, you have a great day. So what was your name again?
Yeah.
No, it's changing, man. The work in general is going to be. Like, I'm excited to see what's going to happen next year.
I was going to say, what do you think is next?
Like, no, honestly, I'm very excited to see what's going to happen because, like, we are in the midst of we're still in the midst of change. Like, businesses are still slowly adapting. Businesses are still trying to adapt. Some businesses have adapted well, and they just changed a few things, and they're just going to continue that going forward. But you know, businesses have to take budgets from somewhere and invest it in tech because this is how it's going to be going forward. So I'm excited to see how things are going to be. Obviously, recruitment in general has changed with new onboarding. Everything's done remotely now. Interviews are done remotely. More video interviews, all this stuff, blah blah blah. But yeah, man, like, I'm just looking forward to see how it's going to change because everything's different now. It's different.
Do you not think it's kind of crazy that you have new starters that you've never actually seen?
It is. No, honestly, it's mad.
People that I've been seeing over video, I've never actually seen you in person. It's like, wow.
It's mad. And like, don't get me wrong, there will be slowly shifting back into the office. It's already happening. Like people are still going into the office with the social distancing measures and stuff like that. But yeah, man, like there was a candidate I placed in a tech business. I think it was just before lockdown happened. And he was obviously meant to go meet the team and get like a feel of the office. This guy hasn't even seen the office environment. I told him, he's just going off my judgment that it's nice there. He hasn't actually gone there. He hasn't commuted there. He doesn't know how long it's going to take you. He hasn't experienced the tube delays, anything at all. So he's only been working from home. Like he hasn't physically met anybody. And that's sad in a way as well because it's nice. Like physical presence is always good. It's always like very, very good.
But that's going to be hella awkward. Like
it is.
It's going to be like. I'm just meeting you, but I've been working you emails for 6 months.
This is you. No, honestly,
you're a little shorter.
honestly, that's how it's gonna be.
I'm gonna be a little fatter.
Bro, that's how it's gonna be, man. That's how it's gonna be. Yeah. So it's changing massively, man.
So do you enjoy working from home?
I personally do.
Yeah.
I do.
I facilitate your life pretty well.
No. I'm into about now.
So
But no, like me personally, I'm enjoying it. Like, obviously, I still like the routine, but I think I've adapted to it quite well.
I'm with you.
Nah, yeah. But
Think about it.
I'm adapting well. Like even like if I need something, I can just go downstairs and quickly get it. If I'm feeling peckish, I don't have to go and spend money to.
Yeah.
I'll get a biscuit in the cupboard. Like, Puff is there. I'll buy much shit. Like,
Hey, Mom, we cooking downstairs.
no, honestly, it's so good, and I've saved so much. So much. Like, anybody in Essex, commuting into London is not cheap.
Is that free?
Bro, it's not cheap. It's
I feel like this number is different for everybody.
No, because some people take loopholes.
Yeah.
We know the loophole.
Don't be saying no. Say that.
Disclaimer. I'm only kidding, you know. But yeah. But no.
God bless you.
What, like £360 a month?
No, I've never paid that, but I was paying because obviously I paid as you go because some days I'll be off peak, some days I'll be on peak.
Yeah.
But if you're going peak hours, as in like you're at so and so for what getting the eight 7:51, 7:30
to 8.
Yeah, you're done. You're done.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
for real. Some even more.
Yeah.
Bro, like
the smart card from us from Chaff is like so zones 1 to 6 or zone 1 is touching 4-5 bags.
Yeah. Like even to do like from Tilbury to let's say like central like monument area is like 3,500, 3,600.
Yeah.
For just literally for a monthly or seasonal. Seasonal is probably
Seasonal.
a bit
Yeah,
cheaper.
12 months. I know they give you the 2 months free or whatever.
It'll be a bit cheaper.
But it's still BS.
But it's still a big sum.
You ever might get the season ticket loan with your work pay?
It helps.
You think it makes more sense?
It does make sense,
help,
but
it does
I
help.
didn't need that.
I didn't do it.
I don't think more. I wouldn't do it because you know some days you might be.
These man saying it makes more sense, but none of them did.
No, because some days I might be sick. Some days I work from home.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not gonna pay the full amount at all.
Like if you can bear on public transport, then yeah, it's worth it. Man,
Yeah.
in general.
And the thing is as well, I don't know, like in the future, I want to be able to, drive to work, go drive. Like, my workplace be closed or something, close or something like that.
You know you want to drive.
It was the driving that jet.
That big boy.
That big boy jet.
That German car. It was the end of that slow road. That
It was the bucket, and then you go. Yeah, that's Junior. That's Junior.
You just pull up.
In the future, yeah, bro. I told some of these man know about the vision. Yeah, of course, bro. In that blue suit and that nigga suit, man. I'm gonna cut.
The ones you just walk into the office, you don't even look at everyone.
Morning. The boss said, morning, guys, you right, yeah?
Stop. Was that meant to be that? Can someone quickly?
And then I just do my job like shit.
Just quickly. Just put your thing on your desk, sit down, swivel your chair. This is the life. Time to make money.
Yeah, but honestly, that's what we're working towards, man. Then I bring my YGs up, fam. Know what I mean?
It's true.
God willing. But can't lie, man. It's getting late, man.
Yeah.
You got work tomorrow?
Wait, what time do you have work meetings in the morning?
9 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's only because you got partners in Australia, innit, or something like that.
No, they finessed us, bro. I ain't seen Australia niggas in a minute. Yeah, it's still like 8. It's 8:30 still.
I thought it was because of them.
It was 8 before, bro. It was because of them, but they finessed us, bro.
Ours was like.
What do you mean they finessed you?
Bro, because they only came like for like 2 weeks, and then after that, I ain't seen them since.
Oh, so it's still like 8?
Yeah, no, it's 8:30 now.
Ours used to be like 8:15. But then when they realised that it's not really making a difference, like an hour later, so they just change it up and it's 9. And then it's active, man. It's active.
When I said 8:15, I said you're taking this something.
No, trust. Like even
Because they said
sometimes
they'd be commuting at that time.
Yeah, like I'll be commuting. Sometimes I won't even eat breakfast and I'm ready on my way to the office, just rushing, like thinking, I need to get there on time. Like, do you know what I mean? But now I can go down in my robe. I can make my cereal. I can come back upstairs. 5 minutes left. Let me just put my feet up. Fam, then I'll log on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm enjoying it. I like it.
I'm enjoying it still.
Yeah, I like
I'm
it.
still.
I like it.
But yeah, nah, man, that's all good, man. Substantial amount of time, 11:42, fam. Work tomorrow in the morning.
This work.
In the morning.
As we're talking about work, we're good. Work. Going to work, man.
God bless the work of our
Always okay. But yeah, has anyone got any final thoughts on that? Anything?
You got anything to plug?
Plug. I ain't really got anything to plug really. Follow as many LinkedIn, especially my black people. Connect with as many black leaders as possible.
Yeah.
You will
BYP, fam.
BYP. Look at all these different things. I'm telling you, man, because they will plug you with so many different events and so many different things that you're not seeing. It's not to the naked eye. You are not seeing at all. Now, honestly, you are not seeing like some of the things I see on them. Like I'm thinking, what really? What? I didn't know about this. Like I would have done this. Like, do you know what I mean? Like so. Just get on there, man. If you're thinking LinkedIn, long, man, use LinkedIn. It's helpful, man. It's
very helpful. It's just that. It's just the people that always talk. It's
cheesy. Don't get me wrong. Cheesy. It's always story time in there as well, man.
I just attended a lecture at so and so, a workshop on so and so.
Yeah, man.
I'm just thinking, shut up.
Everyone lives for accolades on the app. Trust me.
So, bro, how many times have I seen the same story about I was having an interview, the guy, the wife was in the background, I lost my job.
Exactly.
It's only one, they're all making noise in the background, etc., etc. I gave him a fair chance at the thing. Everyone in the comments, did you actually give him the job?
I thought John did this interview the other day.
everyone, they copy fairy tales,
plenty stories.
Come like I'm just bait. LinkedIn.
But there's gems on there, man.
I
network with as much people as you can.
Yeah, that's it, man.
And all the graduates that's graduating this year, it's a tough period. I feel for graduates this year because honestly, it's a tough period because
the thing is, I'm on grad packer, and I'm like, where do I begin?
Honestly, because you're entering a world which is meant to be like gold and shiny, like wow, real life world. Right now is nightmare. It's just COVID, business.
Halloween is really approaching, boy.
Oh, like business crashing, this crashing, that economy struggling, Boris losing more hair. Like no one knows what is going on. No one knows what's going on. And a grad coming into a world like that, you're like, whoa, like where do I start? Do I ever want to do what I've just been studying 3 years for anymore? Like, do you know what I mean? So like, I do feel for grads, man. I do, but just keep your head up because it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. Like it's gonna get massive. Just network, speak to the right people, ask for advice. Don't be afraid to ask for advice. Because I see the story about this guy. I can't remember his name, Reggie or something like that.
Reggie Nelson.
Yeah. He's like an investment analyst at one of the established firms.
He was doing door to door.
Yeah, door to door. Like his story, he started knocking on people. Like he went to a rich area in London. Knocked on their doors and was just like, how did you afford a house like this? Or how did you make your wealth? He knocked on the right door, they invited him in. Doors just blowed, like the guy was impressed. Obviously, it's not going to work for everybody, don't get me wrong. You're not going to wrong.
Shogs said you should go and knock on.
I did not say that. It worked for him, it worked for Reggie. But you can't, don't do that. No.
When they not lock you up, they say they talk your time to
I will not be there to back you.
Listen to Awon Boyz Podcast.
I will not be there to back you. But it's just a matter of networking, man. Just network. Like, don't be afraid to connect with people. Like, connect with people that in jobs that you want to be in. Like all these finance managers. Speak to them. They honestly, most people are open to connections. Some of them will air your message. That's fine. But
LinkedIn is all about that connections thing.
It is.
Because even now, it's like we'll find candidates and clients that we can't facilitate right now, but they will even be saying but stay on my network so that when you do have something, or if I do have something, we can always link up.
You can always, trust me.
That's the whole point of networking. It's not that I'm breeding you to be your friend.
Like, networking isn't just you have to pay £50 to go to one tech event. Like, it's not just about that. There's free networking on LinkedIn. It's free. Like, there's free networking. Like, I've met so many people that have landed sick jobs just because they connected with someone, messaged that person like, what's your best advice to me as a graduate to get something like this? Man, they were impressed. They messaged the right person. The guy was like, you know what, I actually rate you for what you did. Can I meet you on a video call? They spoke about her ambitions, blah blah blah. Do you know what? I'm gonna give you a chance. I'm gonna hire you. Boom. She's now blowing in one career in BT, like doing bits, fam, like doing bits. And it's all because she done that free network, man. Now don't be afraid.
No.
Don't be afraid. Like the same way we want to promote like diversity and this and that. Like trust me, there are black people out there. Just connect with these people, ask them questions, speak to them, get tips, get all this stuff. If it's not them, they'll point you in the right direction. Like trust me, it helps, man. It helps big time.
And it's not only just applying through the website as well. More time, these guys are not checking the website to who they apply the jobs. Fam, go on LinkedIn, go and see who the hiring managers, go and see who's actually in that role that you're applying for. Chat to them, bread them, like, fam, get into the company.
Yeah,
like.
you never know, man. You never know.
You actually never know.
It could break so many doors, like.
And honestly, with that being said, obviously in the episode details we put Shogs' handle. Obviously, you know, you can go on his Twitter whenever he's doing one of them. You know, I'm recruiting for this thing.
Honestly, I'll do it.
Don't be afraid. I'm telling you, get him from Awon Boyz, so you know he might even give you a little boost.
You might share some of the combination.
That's one!
I don't know about that one.
But yeah, one of these frogs look like you, bro.
How does it taste? Sweet.
That was sweet. When I was tuning into it, I was looking around like, yeah, you before you got into it. It's sweet, that. Joy, man.
I'm screaming. Damn.
Life is
That's the lifestyle that me was.
Nah, life is for living.
But yeah, no, man. Honestly, thank you very much for coming on, bro. It was a good episode still. It was a good episode still.
Before we, everyone better go support NSARS and all the
Yeah, NSARS, man. NSARS.
Ban them niggas, man.
And that! We need change in our country, bruv. I'm not gonna, I don't wear this shirt for nothing. Fam, this police brutality thing, bruv, it's not just in America, it's not just in the UK.
Yeah, it's not.
Fam, it's a global system problem, bruv. Like, we have to start speaking up. Fam, go to the protests, go sign petitions, do your due diligence in research. Fam, Bash told us about that Netflix. Go look at the history of Nigeria.
Yeah,
Go check out your
that's really good. Really
bro,
good.
like I watched that documentary, bro. I was in bits.
Really
upset, bro.
Fam, I was in bits. Like you, man. Like we just have to keep staying strong. Go check on your relatives back in Niger as well. Give them a call. And most of all, pray, bruv. Like,
Don't
fam,
underestimate the power of prayer, man.
don't go out and say you don't have to pray. Just, Lord Jesus, this country needs help.
Listen,
We need help.
If there's one thing that you can shout, help me!
Bro, we need help.
Honestly.
So, yeah, like, guys, just stay encouraged. Change is on its way by the special grace of God.
Change must come for real.
But yeah, with that being said, episode 25 of your boy Shogs. Obviously, with your host,
It's a low to you.
hello Shogs.
That's what they call me, but that's not my name.
Obviously, with your host Junior.
It's your boy Akin.
Go, baby.
Get this guy out of here, man.
Boo this man.
This guy stinks, man.
Boo this man.
Are we ever gonna stop? We can't keep getting away with this.